Hi, welcome to Start Training Lab. So in this lab, we will going to see how to get started with the Vertex AI Studio. Vertex AI is a comprehensive machine learning development platform that provides both predictive and generative AI capability. It allows you to train, evaluate, and deploy predictive machine learning model for forecasting purpose. And additionally, you can utilize the platform to discover, tune, and serve generative AI models to produce content. For instance, insurance companies constantly seek to improve efficiency in areas like claim processing and risk assessment. Vertex AI Studio offers a powerful way to rapidly prototype generative AI solutions for such challenge. Vertex AI Studio lets you quickly test and customize generative AI models so you can leverage their capability in your application. It provides a variety of tools and resources, including an intuitive user interface that make it easy to start with generative AI, even if you don't have extensive background in machine learning. In this lab, we will guide you through Vertex AI Studio, where you will unlock the potential of cutting-edge generative AI models like Gemini. You will step into the role of helping an insurance company prototype a risk analysis assistant. You learn how to take a prompt idea towards a deployable application, design sophisticated prompts to achieve specific generative outcome, and use multimodal capability to analyze various types of data, including images, all directly in the Google Cloud Console. No need for APIs or Python SDK for this core task. So let's begin with task 1, create application from prompt. So type in Vertex AI in the text box, so click on that. In this task, you will see how quickly you can take an idea from a generative AI assistant and turn it into a working prototype using the Vertex AI Studio. So now you are in the prompt editor page, which is under the create prompts. This UI contains 3 main sections: system instruction, configuration, and the prompt. So what is the system instructions? It gives the model context to understand the task and provide tailored response. And then configurations on the right, this section allows you to select the models including third party, configure parameter, use tools such as grounding and set advanced option. Prompt, you can create a prompt that utilizes multimodal capability. So you can start rename your prompt. In this case, we will call this as insurance risk summary prototype. For the system instruction, this is what we will give. You are an expert AI assistant for an insurance underwriting department. Your primary goal is to help underwriter by accurately and concisely summarizing client information and highlighting potential risk factor. Maintain a professional and objective tones. Focus only on the information provided in the prompt. Do not invent detail. So now we go to the prompt section. This is what we will give. Customer notes for safe harbor warehousing. The applicant is seeking coverage for their 50,000 square feet warehouse. The business is 5 years old. The building is a concrete tilt-up structure originally built in 2010. They store a variety of non-hazardous dry goods. Fire safety measures including a full sprinkler system, a centrally monitored fire alarms, and documented annual inspection by a certified third party. For security measures include a 24/7 centrally monitored burglar alarm, comprehensive security camera coverage of the interior and exterior, a fully fenced perimeter, and nightly patrol by a contract security guard service. So they are actually giving them, this prompt is quite short, but it's very detailed. The company reports no major property or liability losses in their fire history. They have specifically asked to ensure their new automated showering and retrieval system installed last month is ethically covered under the policy. So you also give the prompt a task. Your task briefly summarizes the key detail of safe harbor warehousing business and its existing safety measure. Number 2, based only on the notes provided, identify any immediate questions as an underwriter should ask or potential risk factor they should consider further. So present the summary first, then question risk factor as bullet point. So make sure the model is selected here as Gemini 2.5 Flash, and in the advanced choose your region. I will change to US Central 1 as required, and we can click on the submit. So this is what is returned. Okay, so this is what I'm given, and the AI thoughts is also provided here. So I can give you a summary of the safe harbor warehousing, and then the potential underwriter questions and risk factor. So he's giving you in terms of bullet points, which is very detailed. You can also save the model, and the region is US Central 1, same, click save. So the saving is taking longer than usual as mentioned here. This is expected when saving the first prompt in the region. So now I click the build with code, and then select deploy as an app. If you are prompt to enable the following API, yes, you will click here, enable the required API. Select create acknowledgement, create the app. Okay, looks like it's created. Now I close this, and if you want to open the app, you can go back to the build with code and click on manage. So you should be able to see this welcome to the insurance risk summary type apps that you just created. So we can test it out. Right here in the type the message, and say you are pretending this is a new customer inquiry. So you give the information here as applicant Coastal Goods Delivery has a fleet of 10 delivery vans, all equipped with GPS and telematic. They operate within 100-mile radius of their depot. Drivers undergo annual safety training. They had one minor fender last year, no injury. 1,500 damages. What are the primary risk consideration? And you can click this submit button to send your message to the app. You can observe the response from the deploy Gen AI app. It is processing your input based on the logic and system instruction you define in the Vertex AI Studio. Okay, here is the outcome. So they give you the immediate questions and potential risk factor in bullet points, and they also give you the key point summary, which is quite not comprehensive, but in key point and very relevant. So this is a lab, but so therefore it don't go through the unauthenticated access by default. If in a production scenario, you would have to configure the security setting. Right now you have completed the full cycle. You have designed a prompt in the Vertex AI Studio. You also have deployed it as a serverless application using Cloud Run with a few clicks. Lastly is you directly opened and interacted with your generative AI model through a web interface. So this demonstrates the power of Vertex AI Studio for rapid prototyping and deployment of generative AI capability. Okay, I can check this progress now. Yep, all good. Now move on to the task 2, design effective prompts. Task 2 is, in the task 1 you prototype an initial prompt. Now you will dive deeper into refining the prompt to get more concise control and useful output from the generative model. We will continue to use the insurance team. We'll start a new one. So let's create a prompt now. This prompt we will call this as the insurance claim data extraction. Let's start with the system instruction like before. So in the system instruction you given here is you are a AI assistant specialized in parsing and extracting specific data point from unstructured insurance claim notification. Your goal is to identify and list key information accurately. If a piece of information is not found, clearly state not found. Output the extracted information in a key value format with each key on a new line. And then in the prompt area, let's given this one. So we have a claim here. The claim received is, "Hi team, we just got a call from Miss Eleanor Wen's policy. This is the policy number. She reported a kitchen fire that occurred on May 12th around 3 p.m. The main damage seems to be an oven and surrounding cabinets. So she mentioned smoke damage in the kitchen and dining area too. She thinks the total damage might be around 7,500. Her contact is this number. No injury reported, thankfully. Extract the following." So you give us the AI to extract policy number, claim name, the name of the person, date of loss, time of loss, type of loss, brief description of the damage, estimated loss amount, and injuries reported. So over here everything is remain the same. Now we need to set the temperature to 1, which is already no, this is 0.1. Okay, so for more factual and less creative extraction, 0.1, set output token limit to 1024, and then your region ensure is it's the same here, US Central 1, and then click the submit. So this time is very quick. They extracted all the information as required. So the first attempt here, without the explicit example, is called zero-shot prompting. Once you are done reviewing the response from your zero-shot attempt, click the clear. And now we are going to do the few-shot prompting. So often you provide few examples using the few shot. This is called few shot prompting. Can significantly improve the model performance, especially for specific formatting or nuance extraction. So in the input, we will paste this unstructured node. And then for the output, sorry, I pasted in the wrong side. Okay, so it should be here. And you want the output to be in this perfect format. And now we click on the add example to save this example and return to the main prompt. Now we go back to the system instruction and add the system instruction, and in the prompt here, same prompt using the same person who claimed for the kitchen fire. Sorry, you have to place this notification right here. Yep. And for the prompt session, we will paste this. Ensure this configuration model temperature is already set to 0.1, and now I'm ready, so we can click the submit. Okay, so you can see the result returned here, as they return the result in the format that you want. Now we can experiment with prompt configuration. Over here you will explore how different parameters in the configuration panel on the right here can affect the model response. Ensure you are in the insurance claim data extraction prompt with a few short example is active. So we will first experiment the temperature. So as the temperature control random's lower value 0.0 to 0.2 makes the output more focused and deterministic. The higher value like 0.7 to 1 encourage more diverse and or creative response. So I want to try the creative response, so I put the 0.7. Let's click the submit button. This looks like another customer here. Anyway, we can also experiment with the output token limit. As this set the maximum number of token part of the words the model can generate for its response. You can set the token limit to a very small number like 20, or let's say I'm going to run again. I get a message. See, it says here the response was truncated because it has reached the token limit. Try to increase the token limit if you need a longer response. So let's say I put it back to the 1024 and try again. Now this time you will see the brief description of the damage here. It says front door forced open and several electronic and some jewelry missing. See if this is the different kind of message that written here. Yep, it's different. I'm gonna set the top P to from 1 to 0.8. And this is another test case. This is Sarah Jenkins. How about I put this to 0.5? There is also one safety filter setting. If you click on this one, these are active by default to help you block the harmful content. For this lab, you will use the default setting. Now let's check my progress. Yep, it's done. Task 3, we're going to engineer and manage the prompts. So we will start off with a new one. So once often when you are dealing with this, right, you want to experiment with changes to the instruction or model configuration to see if you can improve the response. So the compare feature in the Vertex AI Studio is designed for this. For this section, let's start with a new prompt. And then the name of the prompt is called this comparison based restaurant risk. And same thing, you have to start with the system instructions. Right here, I give you are a insurance risk analyst assistant. Your task is to identify potential risk factor from a given scenario. Be concise. And then in the prompt area, we will put this: the applicant is this person is a new upscale restaurant specialized wood fire oven pizza and open flame grilling. They have installed a brand new custom built fire suppression system for their cooking area, but it has not yet been certified by a third party. The restaurant plans to feature live acoustic music on weekend evening and has a small raised stage area. They also want to offer valet parking. So based on this section, list 3 primary risk factors and underwriters should consider. So in the same here configuration, make sure these are all you want, and I change the temperature to 2. Sorry, 0.2. And the region, make sure you set the right region. Now let's click the submit. Let AI do the work. Here are so the return here are the 3 primary risk factors. So in bullet point, you can take a look. There's a compare button here. If you click here, and let's continue. This open your compare interface. So we click here, compare a new prompt, and there's a new prompt editor appears on the right. So in this prompt here, let's clear this and rewrite. And make sure all your models is correct, and the temperature change to 0.2. Region same here, and that's it. Oops, I forget to save. I think I have to do it again. Let's apply. You will see this new prompt appears here. Okay. Yep. You can take a look. And now, once this is already set up, we will click the submit prompts. Usually, wait for the both prompts to generate a response and review the 2 responses side by side. Does the second prompt now include mitigation strategy or questions due to the modify instruction? So when you scroll down, right, you will see this mitigation strategy. You can also save these prompts, save as new, and give a name. New way strategy. Okay, save it. Now we are going to do a new one, compare with a different temperature setting. So we're going to change this. Right, okay. And then click on the edit. I'm gonna change the temperature to 2 this time. Ensure the model still is in the same model version. And then let's click apply and submit the prompts again. So you will observe the difference. So does the higher temperature, which is 2 in the second prompt, cause the list or risk factor to be less focused, more speculative, or significantly different compared to the 0.2 temperature output? So note that setting the temperature this high is very likely result in less coherent and or relevant output, but it demonstrates the extreme effect of the parameter. To update the change, you can click on the update button located below the second here. Yep. The result is returned. Looks like this time the return result is longer. This time we will use back, but we are going to test a new one. Change this back to 0.2 and the output token same, and click on apply. Now click on submit prompt. So Vertex AI Studio also offer other ways to add prompt for comparison. You can see that is a compare save prompt here. In this area, clicking this would allow you to select one of your previously saved prompt from prompt management to compare against. There is also one called plus ground truth button. This feature allows you to input an ideal or perfect response for your prompt. If your ground truth is provided, the system may offer more detailed evaluation metrics, which can be useful for advanced prompting testing, but is beyond the scope here. Let's go back. Now we're going to look at prompt management. So these are the prompts that you have previously saved. Okay, let's check my progress now. Done. Task 4, we will use the multi-modal prompt with Gemini. So in this task 4, you will use the main prompt interface in the Vertex AI Studio with the Gemini model to analyze an image and extract the information from it. So we will start with create prompts. Call it a timetable image analysis. So make sure it's the model you want and choose the right region. Go to choose the image, click here. You can upload from here. In this case, I already given the image. Now you can ask the model to perform a few tasks. Below the insert image, you can type in, provide this task here, and click the submit. So you observe the effect. You can try to play around with the temperature. For example, right now is 1. So let's say I change from 1 to 0.8. And once you are satisfied with your exploration, you can save your work. Yeah, it's safe. Let's check my progress. Yep, it's done. We are going to explore this area here on Media Studio. So let's start with generating an image with Imagine. So this one. So in the prompt area, maybe say we give a prompt saying that we want a close-up photorealistic image of a single honeybee collecting pollen from a vibrant purple lavender flower with a softly blurred garden background. So in the setting, so make sure Imagine model 4 is selected and the aspect ratio is 1:1 and set the number of results to 4. Now review the safety setting here. Okay, it's all good, then you can submit. Yep, what do you think about these images? It looks like all the images are very nice, and they are also different. You can click on one of them and such as you can use this in pen here to add or remove the element using a mask. Or you can also clear the mask. So notice so you will see the image details. There's a sync ID detected. This one is technology developed by Google, DeepMind, that embeds a digital watermark directly into the pixel of AI generated image. This watermark is designed to be imperceptible to human eye, but is detectable by the algorithm. The purpose is to help identify the image is AI generated. Okay, so check my progress. All good. You can also generate voice with chat. For example, go out here, like this one. We are going to look at generating the voice. In the text prompt, let's enter this. Oh yeah, you got to enable the Cloud Text-to-Speech API. Okay, all good, let's submit. So there's also model for you to choose. In this case here is chirp 3, and the language is anything that you want. Or you can also have the voice. You can try a few different ones to hear their characteristic.
Welcome to the world of generative AI on Google Cloud.
How about this one?
Welcome to the world of generative AI on Google Cloud.
You have to submit again to hear the different voice.
Welcome to the world of generative AI on Google Cloud.
Sounds interesting. Thank you so much for watching. You can end the lab.